I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion. But I think MVP. Now, I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach to that. Now, that might not fit in the categories that everybody would consider for MVP. I'm talking about value. Michael Jordan was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league. She's learned how to play the game, and she said, I had to learn how to play the WNBA way. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put A'ja Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
As the WNBA season draws to a thrilling close, Caitlin Clark's performances have truly set her apart from the rest. Her consistent dominance on the court isn't just making her a frontrunner for Rookie of the Year, it's sparking conversations about her potentially securing the MVP title as well.
And just for the record, Caitlin isn't much of a defender either. Though she can and she will steal the basketball. She's 15th in the WNBA in steals. Pretty good. But I will admit it, Brittany, for the first half, maybe even 2/3 of the year, I had Angel over Caitlin for WNBA Rookie of the Year because of Angel's extraordinary double-double streak and because of Angel's Rodman-esque rebounding. Never seen anything quite like it. She has run away with the WNBA rebounding lead, crushed the field in rebounding. Meanwhile, Caitlin, 2/3 of the way through the year, it was clear she was on an all-time record turnover pace, the likes of which I have never witnessed. It's almost like she was trying to turn the basketball over. And for 2/3 of the year, Caitlin's three-point shooting ranked near the bottom of the league in percentage. Yet, you're right. The truth is, Angel's a poor shooter of the basketball. I don't know any other way to say it. She's just a poor shooter. Caitlin Clark, in a shock to me, has proven already to be a once-a-generation passer. I did not see that coming at Iowa. I thought scoring, yes, she's the all-time greatest scorer in the history of college basketball, men's or women's, but passing like this? I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where Rookie of the Year is over 2-3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark is starting to push A'ja Wilson for MVP of this league, and I am not exaggerating. She is starting to push A'ja.
When asked about Caitlin Clark, A'ja Wilson didn't hold back, saying, "It's just noise," completely downplaying Clark's impact. This comment feels like outright disrespect toward one of the league's greatest rising stars. With Clark making history game after game, it's clear that not everyone is ready to acknowledge her greatness. Take a look at A'ja Wilson's bold remarks.
It's noise that I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say. I have a scout. I have 11 other minds on my team and in my locker room that we got to make sure that we're on the same mindset. So I really can't give you the best answer on that because I really don't pay any attention to it. My goal is just to go out there and be the best that I can be for my teammates, both on and off the court, and we're going to go out there and be us.
Should we be worried that the Fever, after being as hot as they were, lost to the Lynx and then almost lost to the Atlanta Dream, a team that's sitting in ninth and just scraping and clawing to get into the postseason? And my answer would be no. No, they won. I mean, listen, the difference between a team that is showing maturity and growth, despite being young like the Fever are, is a team that, yes, did not start out very well, played with their food a little bit, found themselves in a big hole, and still found a way to dig themselves out of that and ultimately win the game. And more importantly, I think it was who factored so big in this game that is a big boon to the Indiana Fever. Because yes, Caitlin Clark, she gets 26 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds. More history. Becomes the first W rookie to play a full overtime game, 45 minutes, since 1999. More history. 10 consecutive games now for Caitlin, hitting at least 3 shots from long distance. Longest streak in history. She's now the 3rd player in W history to reach 300 assists in a season. The only ones that have done that, Alyssa Thomas, Courtney Vandersloot. More history, more history.
And that's not all. Caitlin Clark's stats speak for themselves. Across 36 games, she's racked up an incredible 692 points, averaging nearly 20 points per game. Her playmaking skills are just as impressive, with 306 assists, averaging almost 9 per game. And let's not forget her versatility, pulling down 209 rebounds. These numbers aren't just impressive. They're a testament to Clark's all-around dominance, making her one of the brightest stars the WNBA has ever seen.
I'm talking about gifted, LeBron-esque, two-handed, full court, touchdown pass kind of passing, the likes of which I don't see in the WNBA. She's having impact on her team that nobody else in the league is having on her team. This is a team that went 13-27 last year, and suddenly the Indiana Fever are the hottest team by far in the league. In the league. I've got the fever. I can't help it. I can't stop watching. I can't stop talking about the impact Caitlin Clark is having on game after game after game.
What would have to happen for Caitlin Clark to pass A'ja Wilson in the MVP race?
A'ja would probably have to not play any more games this year.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
She's playing out of her mind right now.
Waiting on this. What you talking about?
She's playing out her mind.
No punches against the WNBA players. Who's playing basketball out there?
Rashad, A'ja Wilson.
They won back-to-back championships?
Yeah.
Back-to-back championships. Here comes this girl that's doing something different than what she's doing. She don't have none of the pieces that she has. That makes it easier for her to do her job. A'ja can do her job with no pressure.
And Caitlin has
she can have an off night and they still
Caitlin has
win.
pieces. What are you talking about?
If Caitlin had pieces, it wouldn't be 7, it'd be number 3.
It's no surprise this debate is raging, but it won't stay unresolved for long. On September 11th and 13th, 2 of the league's most electrifying players, Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson, will go head-to-head in back-to-back showdowns. These aren't just games, they're the ultimate battlegrounds where the MVP title will be on the line. With everything at stake, these matchups will decide who walks away as the undisputed best player in the WNBA this season. Buckle up because history is about to be written.